Hi everyone, it's 7 o'clock, so we're going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to wait just a couple minutes and let everybody hop on really quick. People are Okay, 7:01, so I know more people are going to hop on, and that is great. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We are being recorded, just so everybody knows that, so I can also upload it to anybody who didn't get to get on today. Thank you guys for being on and for sharing this or calling in. My name is Amie Avery. I'm an independent consultant with Arbonne International and an area manager. And I am part of Mandy McCoy's region and part of Lori Funk's nation. We've had a lot of people in my organization that have wanted to hear what really changed it for us, for our family and things like that. And we've had a lot of people who were on board for building their business, and then just for having maybe some issues getting their spouse on board. So this is one of those great things to talk about, because I do have my husband here, and we're both going to be talking. So we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story, just in case you're brand new. I learned about Arbonne 3 years ago. And I did one of our very first 30 days to healthy living. I'm not going to go into a complete story with that. I'd love to sit down and tell you sometime. But I was a college athlete, had a child, moved away from everything, weighed 260 pounds. And I met Mandy McCoy at the gym that I went to go enroll in. And she, told me about Arbonne, told me the difference, told me how awesome it is. And then I went ahead and we made the decision as a family to go ahead and try it. Within a year, I had lost 120 pounds. I said no to the business for 2 years after that. I said no, said no, said no, said no. I said no to amazing VPs. I said no to our national vice president. I said no because I wasn't a salesman. I never wanted to do anything like this. I was a teacher. I had went and got an education. I had a degree. I'd done all these things. So I guess today we're going to talk a little bit about what made the difference for that. So I want to have my husband talk really quick about what changed for him, because his change was a big difference for me from 3 years ago to me saying no to the business. You can talk to Mandy McCoy, my upline. I actually was going to do the business, and she even trained me. I had a launch party. I don't think anybody showed up because I didn't really invite correctly. But I don't know. I just didn't really necessarily have the support. Neither of us fully understood what it was, and going into it a year ago, it's been a year ago, almost exactly. We completely changed what we were going to do, and it's just changed our lives. So we're going to talk about that in a second. But first of all, I want my husband to be able to talk about the way he did view Arbonne and what he learned just being around it and what that changed for him and all that. So.
Okay, first off, this is not natural for me. Even though I am a teacher, I'm very, 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 very quiet. I don't like to talk. So this is getting out of my comfort zone, very much, which I'm going to talk about eventually. But I guess you know, at first, obviously, I could tell from my wife losing 120 pounds. I knew the products worked. I knew that it was good stuff. Um, I didn't use it, but I was more than fine that she was going to use it. And I supported her in that. But anytime the business was brought up, I just found I had a hard time believing that it was legit. Like there was actually money to be made there. Um, and and so anytime it was brought up, I just kind of downplayed it and downgraded it, um, and so Amie did not have that support there. Anytime that I think she started to get a little bit excited about it, I'd shoot that down. Um, and so I don't honestly what changed for me was when I finally gave in and decided to see what it was all about, and educate myself on what was what Arbonne was all about and what the business looked like, and if there was any possibilities there. And once I went to some of the meetings and Amie started getting some parties, and I was a part of that. I realized that there was a lot of potential in the business, and so um, I guess that's just kind of what changed it. And from then on, I've seen that there's a lot more potential in Arbonne with the business of Arbonne than there is anything else that Amie could do. And it was going to give her an opportunity to be home with Charlie. Going to give her an opportunity to write and pursue some dreams that God's always put on her heart. And how can I deny my wife of that? It's my job as a husband to support my wife when she has a dream. And I think too many of us men, us husbands, are too proud and think that we have to be the ones that are making all the money, and that's the way we lead. We think that's the way we show our love. But the best way we can show our wives that we love them is to support them in their dreams and pursuing their dreams. And once that clicked in my brain, and I've been told I'm a little slow, once that finally
Not
clicked,
by me, I didn't say that.
Anyway, once that clicked in my head, it was game over. And as soon as I started to support Amie, that's when things started to take off. And so I just want to, you husbands, I know that you had your doubts because I was there. And it seems a little too good to be true. Well, just do your research. Get out of your comfort zone. Go check it out. You won't be disappointed. And you'll see the opportunities. And heck, maybe it's you that needs to take advantage of the business opportunity. Maybe you're tired of what you're doing. There's a lot of men that do it. I don't think it's something that I could do because I'm sweating like crazy right now, just talking to a computer. But anyway, just go check it out. It's legit. It's the real thing. And if you don't believe us now, when Amie is driving her white Mercedes around, then maybe you'll get it. And I hope that I get to drive there once in a while too.
He's not touching it. No, I'm just kidding. Thanks, babe. And he'll probably add on a little bit more. We're going to do a little bit of the actual Discover Arbonne presentation for those of you who aren't familiar with Arbonne here in a few minutes. But I just want to tell you guys what this has done for our marriage and what this has done for our family. Like he said, Arbonne's been around for 36 years, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But and we love, like, I mean, just from our stories, we're obsessed with the product because that's what we were. We were just big product junkies for 2 years, or I was, and then he got on. So we're obsessed with the product, but what we're really obsessed with is what this business has done for our life. And I'm an area manager. So I still have 2 levels to go that we're going for. So I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine what else this is going to do. So I'm so excited to share what this has done for us just in this short amount of time. I was able to quit my job personally. I was a teacher, and God had laid it on our heart for me to go ahead and quit or retire from my job last year. And that was amazing. Like, I'll just be raw. I won't get into a lot of detail, but I hope that's okay with him. Last year, right before November, right before I went to one of our retreats with our amazing uplines, our marriage was really in a bad spot. We actually almost kind of, I don't know, I guess we didn't almost split up, but I was in that place. Luckily, this man here fought for me because he's amazing. But we were just in a spot where we just weren't in a good position. And there were a lot of factors in that. But one of the biggest ones was because of where I am. I'm really, really bad at balance, and I know that. So I would go to school, I would teach all day long, and I enjoy teaching. I would love all my kids, and I would do all these things and do all of this. And then when I got home, there'd be nothing left for him, and there'd be nothing left for my child. So I was doing a great thing by being a teacher, but I had nothing left for my family. And the moments, that my 2-year-old at the time would do something annoying, I would snap. Or, like him and I would just sit in our chairs and just sit there and veg out and watch TV. And that was our life. And that's why our marriage was in a bad spot, because we no longer we're dating each other or enjoying each other at all. We were just really, really good roommates. And that was because of me with balance. So just in this short time of being able to be home, it's amazing. It really is amazing. I have so much joy. I love staying at home with my daughter. I had no idea I would enjoy that.
She's ended up being the best mom ever.
Too nice, too sweet. But like tonight, it's November 1st and it's still like 85 degrees outside. So we went outside and I, played with our daughter while he was mulching up leaves. And I know that doesn't seem like a big thing, but before Arbonne, I would not have had energy to do that at the end of the day. That wouldn't have ever happened. So the things that it's done for our marriage and the things that it's done for our family are amazing. And we actually were talking today or last night, I don't remember. Cause I mean, there are times in Arbonne where it's hard, like anything that's worth it, it's a little hard. And God just really hit me in the face today. It was this morning on the way to taking my daughter to dance class. And I said, you know what, even if this didn't happen, but even if I made no money last month, if everything flopped, it would still be worth it, because of how much closer I am with my daughter and how much closer I am with my husband and how much closer I am with my Heavenly Father. And that's worth every single penny. So I just want you to be thinking about that. And I know my story isn't everybody's story, but I want you to have that in the back of your mind as we're kind of going through what Arbonne is briefly and what it can do for you. But just think about, are you really happy in your life right now? And I know happiness is this kind of dumb word, because your happiness is always fleeting, but I guess the word I'm looking for is joy. Are you joyful in your life? Are you doing the best that you can for the people that it really matters? Because I wasn't, and Arbonne's been able to give that to me. And that's why I'm on a mission to be able to give that to so many other people, whatever that looks like for them. So if that's quitting their job and staying home with their kids, that's what I want to do. If it's just giving them some extra money so they're not so tied down, that's what I want to do. So just think about that. So really quick, a couple of questions I want you to think about while we go through this Discover Arbonne presentation is, one, if you keep doing what you're doing, where will you be in 5 years? If we wouldn't have changed anything, where do you think we would have been in 5 years?
Not good.
Not good. We don't want to think about it. But it wouldn't have been good. It wouldn't have been good at all. Also, this is the question that really changed my perspective. Is someone about a year ago looked at me, and I wish so badly I remembered who this was. But they told me, don't stay doing something just because you're good at it. Don't sell yourself short. You are good at a lot of things. You are good at a lot of things. You could be doing a lot of jobs or a lot of things out there and be good at it. God made you amazing. So don't stay at something just because you're good. Stay at something because you're called there, or make a change. One of the things I've been talking about when I do things like this is, because there's some fear, and whatever, you'll get there once you start it. My biggest fear in life is getting to heaven someday and never pursuing what God called me to do. Nothing terrifies me more than that. And that's exactly where I was going. So are you doing everything that you are called to do in this world? Or are you even making strides to get there? And if not, maybe Arbonne's the vehicle for that. So like I said, we're going to look at just a few of the things on here. And one thing I want to mention really quick, Arbonne is not about recruiting 500,000 million people just for the sake of recruitment. Okay, we want to find people that this is the right fit for. If we're involved in this, we love it. We're obsessed with it. But we want to make sure and see if it's a fit for you. So make sure, look at that. And you know what, if it's not a fit for you, there is another fit. Maybe it's a preferred client or a host or something like that. So just see if this is a good fit for you and where you're at in life, and see if it can be the vehicle for you to get to where you want to go and where your family wants to go. So, all right. This worked earlier. Just a second. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so we're not going to go over everything in crazy amounts of detail, but I just want to give you all a little bit more information. I know personally I have some people on this call that aren't Arbonne consultants or anything like that. So like Travis said, educate yourself, and that's what we want to do. So we want to make sure husbands are educated, and wives, or spouses, or whoever is the supporter in that. So here's our Arbonne story. We are 36 years old. I love that. This is not a business that has been around for 5 years and is about to fall apart. It's been around for 36 years, getting stronger and more amazing every single year. We are absolutely cutting edge. We always say this, but we were health and wellness before health and wellness was cool. But that is true. It really is true. The things that people are finally starting to realize and do, Arbonne has already been finding ways to do that and perfecting it for 36 years. Our culture in Arbonne is amazing. You will not find a better group of men and women out there. It's awesome. Just the people we get to be around is amazing. And I remember telling him once a year ago after our payola retreat, and I told him, I said, you know what, worst case scenario, I fail at Arbonne, which, side note, if you do the system, you're not going to fail in Arbonne. But worst case scenario, I fail at Arbonne. I will be a better person. I will be a better Christian because I did this and I spent time with these amazing people. So keep that in mind. It's a global opportunity. We're expanding. We'll talk about that in a second. We have the greatest compensation plan. We truly do. How much money people can make in our company is ridiculous. They are so generous. We'll talk about that in a little bit. State-of-the-art distribution and support centers. Other companies send representatives to go see how our distribution center takes care of things, to train them, because it's that state-of-the-art. It's wonderful. Our home office is wonderful. We'll talk about some of those other perks in a second. So what about the products? If you are brand new and you've never used an Arbonne product, do not wait a second longer. These products will change your life. They obviously changed mine more than just my weight loss. And my weight loss is a great story, but the stories that are even better are the people who got off medicines, the people who got their health back, got their life back. Those are even better. So what we do is we take the absolute best of nature and the absolute safest of science. We put them together to come up with the greatest and best product possible. I cannot stress to you how amazing our products are. Like I said before, I was a product junkie for 2 years before I did the business. Every single Arbonne consultant out there is a consultant because we are obsessed with our product. We are a product of the product. It's wonderful. So everything's plant-based. Sorry. If you guys can make sure you're muted. So we formulate without, a lot of Arbonne is what we don't have in there. So we formulate without animal byproducts, artificial flavors, artificial colors. Just a second. Okay, sorry. No artificial sweeteners, no formaldehyde preservatives. It's on there, no synthetic dyes, so much more. There's so much that's not in our products. And you'll just host a party or go to a Discover Arbonne that we'll talk at the end here. And you'll really, really hear more about this, but nothing toxic, nothing that's awful for your body that's stealing our health. So this is our amazing scientific advisory board. They are some of the absolute best in their field from around the world that have come and have come to Arbonne because of what we stand for. We have one that retired from Procter & Gamble and came over to us because they believed in what we were doing. So we have the absolute best out there. So when it comes to the business, look at our range of products. Guys, I could not do this if we were a one-hit wonder. I don't know how that happens. Or I'll tell you what as well, if there's a company, we don't ever talk bad about companies, but if there's another company out there and their full price of something, their full worth is like $8, I'm like, how much can they truly be making? Our products are amazing. They're things that people use all day, every day. They're consumable. That's important. I have clients that started buying from me 3 years ago before I even actually built a business. They just knew that I could because I was a consultant. So we have the best skincare, men's, women's, baby, acne, sports nutrition. We're both runners and running coaches. So we love that. Obviously, our whole fit kit is amazing. Bath and body, hair care, our makeup is ridiculous. Once again, I could go off forever on each of these things, but that's not the point of this. The point of this is for the business. But when you have a range of products like this, you have something for every single person out there. That's what's going to make it a strong, successful business. And every single product works, is amazing, and is better than anything out there. So like I said, we have the best anti-aging. It's absolutely amazing. This woman here on the picture is actually from Paola, Kansas, which is awesome. Small world. She's a rock star. But our anti-aging is just amazing. Beats the #1 department store brand and the #1 multi-level marketing brand. And for results, I have people who hunt me down for this because it's wonderful. We just came out with our skincare device, so we just went into a whole nother market. That's what Arbonne is doing. They're always above and beyond and predicting trends before they even happen. So we are the first ultrasound technology tool out there for your skincare. This is changing businesses. Absolutely amazing. So in case you aren't familiar with network marketing or multi-level marketing, this is where a lot of it, and a lot of husbands, I think, they start thinking about what network marketing was maybe like 40 years ago, back when it wasn't controlled or anything. I've never been a part of anything, including teaching, that has more rules and regulations to make sure that we're doing it correctly. All network marketing is a way of distributing products. We take out all of the advertisement, the stores, and everything in between. I have no idea how many people touched a product before it came to you. And every single time someone does, it adds on a cost, adds on a cost, adds on a cost. So all network marketing is taking out all those middlemen. We come straight from the manufacturer to the consumer. And that extra money that they save goes directly to us. So that's where our amazing money comes from. It's wonderful because we get to have a flexible schedule. You get to decide when you work. It is your own company. You get to run your own business. You get to decide where you work, how you work, when you work, everything. So why Arbonne? We all know on social media especially, there are 50 million network marketing companies out there right now. The majority of them do not make it past their 5th and even less make it past their 10th birthday. But so why Arbonne? We've already said so many amazing things that make us different. But the economic opportunity is amazing. We are evergreen commitment. We are very friendly to the environment. You get to have your own ownership and flexible lifestyle. And it's an internet-based business. Would you guys agree with me that the next millionaires, and this has been published, the next millionaires are going to be internet based businesses and wellness businesses, and we have the best of both worlds. We have health and wellness and an internet business. It's awesome. It's amazing. All right. So like I said, we have a global opportunity. We're currently in the United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, Poland, and New Zealand, and we are launching in Taiwan in 7 days. And that's going to be our gateway to Asia. So guys, we are in the top of all network marketing companies out there, and we have not even broken a sweat yet. We are barely in, these huge countries, and all the people that are above us are in multiple countries. So we will be the number one company out there. We just definitely take our time and make sure we're welcomed by new countries. That way we're successful, and that's what makes Arbonne different. So this is all we really do. This is a big thing we get. People are like, I'm not a salesperson. Like I said, I'm not a salesperson. You can ask every single person in Arbonne. None of us woke up one morning and thought, I'm going to be an Arbonne representative. But the opportunity is so good, and we realize we don't have to be a salesperson. That's not what we do. We don't stalk people on Facebook. We don't, add random people and copy and paste. And we don't do that. All we do is we teach people to stop buying their toxic skincare, shampoo, makeup, all of that. Stop buying all of it. Start using amazing, pure, and a much, much better product, and then share that with other people. That's all we do. And then we teach others to teach that. You stop buying your toxic, awful stuff that doesn't work anyway. You start using amazing, pure products, and then you share others to do the same thing. That's it. That's all we do. So it starts with you. You build your wonderful, we have preferred clients, we have regular clients, we have consultants. It really just blows up. So we have 4 different ways that we earn money. Over commissions. So that's right now money. You get commissions. We get overrides on all of our qualifying volume. Once you get to certain levels, and it keeps increasing. We do have a Mercedes-Benz cash bonus program. That's what my husband was talking about. I already have my baby picked out. I don't have her named yet, but it's picked out. I'm so excited to get her. I'm working hard. But that is just a reflection of how many lives we've changed and how many lives that you've helped people get back to strengthening their relationships with home or getting back to what God called them to do. But that Mercedes-Benz cash program is amazing. We also have a cash bonus at every management level. So as a teacher, we maybe got a raise. I never got a raise as a teacher. Every school district I taught at was always frozen. Never got bonuses. Once in a while, we would get a refund on like our insurance.
As a teacher, there's no incentive to do your job better.
Right. And Arbonne, you can write your own checks. You can give yourself a raise every single month. And just like right now, they always have great incentives. Right now, I have up here on my board, they have a Christmas cash bonus. So on top of all the other bonuses, by doing our job, Arbonne's going to give us extra bonus to go buy presents, to do things for Christmas. That's amazing. So those are our 4 ways that we earn income. We get so much more than just income, though. The growth that you have, you can earn trips. Oh my goodness, the trips. You can earn jewelry. You can do all of that. So really quick, I'm almost done. So there are 4 basic levels. These are the averages. The first one is a district manager. We get you there in 6 to 8 weeks. If you do our system, the average income is $275 a month, but we have people that go clear on up to $1,200 a month as a district manager. That's a great extra little income that's working very, very part-time. Area manager, like I said, that's where I'm at right now. You get the opportunity to will your business. So if I would die or something like that, my family would still get my paychecks, which is amazing. But the average there is $1,300, but that can go clear on up to $3,000, $3,500. So that's awesome. The next one is regional vice president. This is when you get your Mercedes bonus, where you can drive your car. You can pick your white Mercedes out. You get $100,000 life insurance as an ERVP. The average is $5,300. That can go clear on up. I think we normally say $1,200 or $12,000. So you can make a very substantial income doing that. And then lastly, we have our national vice presidents. So our national vice presidents the average is $21,000, but it's up. There's no ceiling. There's no limit. They send your family to Maui every single year. Just the absolute extra perks are amazing. And that's when you really get to just change everything. We have NVPs and RVPs that sponsor, we just built 90 homes in Haiti. We raised $85,000 in one day to send aid over there after the hurricane. We have some that completely sponsor an entire orphanage, things like that. So that's when you really get to impact the world. So where do you see yourself? This is where I'm just going to kind of finish here. Okay. So I just want to ask you, today, sorry, I'm pulling this back up. I'm new at this screen part. So I want to ask you today, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where do you see yourself in life? For me, I personally was not satisfied. Like I said, not ever doing what God had called me to do, to be exhausted every single night, not have anything going on or anything to grow and do and live for. Are you comfortable with every place that you are? And can Arbonne be that vehicle to get you there? Because if it's a right fit for you, the answer is yes. We have an amazing system. It's easy to follow. We're there for you. We help you. We encourage you. I encourage you so much to take a look. I hope you really heard that. And my husband and I talking that we will forever be grateful for Arbonne. And it's only going to increase more. I can't even imagine. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed thinking about where this is going to take our family. Do you have any final words?
I've never been a dreamer, but through Arbonne and just all the opportunities that we're going to have and the traveling we're going to get to do and just the financial freedom that's going to give us, it has led to me thinking of some things that I do want to do with the rest of my life. I think anytime you want to do something great, there's going to have to be some major sacrifices being made. And so it's not easy. It hasn't always been easy, but there's a lot of hope. And so that hope just keeps driving us. And, as Amie was talking, I was just thinking that why is Arbonne so successful? And why do people do so well in the business? It's not because of all the money that can be made. It's because we get to see people's lives changed. And as human beings, that's what fills us with joy. When we get to serve others and see people's lives change by what we are providing to them. And so that's what keeps us going. That's why we want to get these products in as many people's hands as we can, and we want to give other people that opportunity to do the same thing, because it does change people's lives. I've always been pretty healthy, but I mean, I've had so many back and joint issues over the last few years, and when I'm actually sticking to using the Arbonne products, it makes a huge difference. I mean, I'm 36 years old, and I haven't felt this good in probably 10 years. And so the products work, and we all know that, and it can change lives in major ways. So that's why it's successful, because lives are being changed, and it just changes the way you think. And that's why so many upper level Arbonne people continue to use the money that they're earning to change people's lives in other ways. And so it's a great company to be a part of.
Thanks, baby. I just want to finish with just if you're feeling a tug, just do it. Give us 90 days. Give us 90 days of all in. And husbands, that includes you. Support your wife for 90 days. Short-term sacrifices make amazing results. So just support, get involved, just be their rock, because it can get hard sometimes. Be their rock, support them, and give it a try. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Don't ask, what if it doesn't work? Think and ask, what if it does? Where can your life be in 5 years? 5 years from now, where can your life be? Who can you be serving? And what can you be doing differently for our marriage and our family? And that's something that I think brings both of us to tears sometimes. But all right, we'll wrap it up. But thank you guys so much. Please get with whoever invited you today and ask them questions. Get on a third-party validation call with them and their upline. Get your questions answered. You don't have to sign up right now and be like, yay, I'm in. Get your questions answered. We love people who have questions. So get with them, get on a third-party validation call, and just double check, see if this is for you. I promise you will not regret it. Thank you, guys.